Hi, and welcome to a trip to Washington Island in Wisconsin. The sail took place in the summer of 2020. Before we headed out to the island, we sailed from Chicago to Manitou Harbor to pick up a few friends and celebrate Raphael's birthday. Unfortunately, I don't have too much video material from this, and in general from the entire trip, so I'll use some still images throughout the film. The birthday celebration took part at the dock in Manitou. We had a beautiful sunset that day.
Dominic. Ajan. What happened?
What happened?
What happened? Raphael
What happened on
birthday.
the boat stays on the boat.
That's right.
That's right.
The part of all these cameras we just stopped using.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We're
You
Dominic's
know
like
what,
video everything. And,
I mean everything.
We did not use any camera.
4
those
batteries I brought.
Sweet.
Yeah,
For what?
for the GoPro.
Good.
And I've got the selfie stick, so you can do some fun stuff with
You'll
that.
see,
wow.
you'll see what's gonna happen on this boat. Technology-wise, you'll be blown out of your mind.
It's gonna be. It's not gonna be for me because I couldn't even. Oh, thank you. I couldn't.
Drones. Do we have both drones?
We do.
Dominic.
Okay.
Dominic.
Both drones.
War of drones. Part 2.
It's-
That's a lot.
Out of mind. Just
Beer and champagne.
All right.
Wait.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's okay.
What's up?
Come.
You don't have to drink it all.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
The sailing conditions were fantastic and we sailed into the night. It was pretty chilly on the lake, but there was plenty of wind. There was almost constant 15 to 20 knots of true wind. The wind angle was the only disadvantage, so eventually we had to change our course and make our first stop at South Manitou Island.
There's me. What do you say about the trip, B?
Rigorous sailing. A lot of food.
Not as much as we had hoped so.
We do love the hydrogen.
Yeah, and we do love the hydrovane.
And the hydrogen too.
Yeah. So cheers to people from Hydrovane. They helped us get everything.
And the
Cheers to
Watton Sea
people-
guys too.
Watton Sea. Yeah. So special thanks to Will, Sarah, and Gloria. They were all involved
We love you guys.
in the purchase. So, and here are the islands. There's another Who knows what else?
After maneuvering among the fishing nets, we arrived at the bay and anchored for the evening. The sky was beautiful, and the lighthouse was nicely visible in the distance. After a few drone flights and some goofing around with a charred pillow, along with a few drinks, we all went to sleep. Not everyone found this night comfortable, even the wave action.
It's cooking at play. We should ask the head chef.
I love
Go with wider one.
Well, we can take one out and
Oh yeah.
put it in my mouth.
Head chef.
It's mine.
What's cooking?
pasta with garlic, tomatoes, and broccoli sauce.
Oh,
and
that's
olive oil. Yep.
that sounds yummy. And there's the apprentice.
Apprentice. The sous chef.
The sous chef, yes, that would be correct.
I'm making a cabbage salad. Now leave me alone. Now leave it.
And there's a couple of the
Give.
hungry birds, not angry but hungry. Will get angry with time if there's no food.
These are fruits of Jamie's cooking, which were followed by a swim.
Oh God, that
Come
is
on.
not a good sign.
So wet.
Go, jump, go, jump,
No, so
jump,
That's
Yum.
body temperature.
jump, 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 jump.
Jump.
Is it really cold?
No, it's only wet.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Jump.
All right. Cold? How cold?
Wet.
Wet.
After a night at South Manitou's Bay, it was time to head out back to sea. Sailing from southeast, we could not cross between Washington Island and Rock Island. It was too shallow over there. Later we learned that there used to be a narrow passage, but that was years ago. So we chose to sail around the Rock Island and get to the Jackson Harbor from the north. At the entrance to Jackson Harbor, we were greeted by a single day mark. It is a very narrow and shallow entrance. We managed to kiss the ground, but luckily after a quick correction, we were right on track. The harbor itself is beautiful. We're at the marina, Jackson Harbor Marina in Washington Island. It's a little fishing boat. A lot of people with Norwegian heritage, even the person that is taking care of the harbor, she's originally from Norway. So over here is actually land and goes all the way to this point. There is a day mark right there. So if you accidentally go on this side, you're gonna run aground. So it's really tough approach. Over here is you can go out to the island, and actually there is so shallow you cannot. So the only way out is going this way around the island. This is a rock island. I can't remember now, but there were either no facilities or they have been closed, so a host with cold water had to do. After the shower, it was breakfast time.
And we have mushrooms here. Doesn't work. We can have some Philly cheese with
So Rafał,
Yep.
what are you preparing?
I'm preparing breakfast already 3 days. But I finished today. And it's gonna be salmon, smoked salmon with scrambled eggs.
Very nice.
And some side dishes. But, oh yeah. So while you find it, you can cut it now.
I can come help.
Okay. So we need to cut this one only. As long as
What Jamie's doing here? We're gonna zoom in a little bit. Ah, there we go. We got her. She is texting.
Yes,
Right.
Francisco, this is very
No, I think
important.
we should
Oh.
this.
okay.
When we woke up at the marina in the morning, we were surprised by seeing pelicans. There were hundreds of them. Almost every bird you see in the video is a pelican. We were told that 10 years ago or so, they were blown off course and made Rock Island their home. I don't know how accurate that is, but it was a great sight. Later we went exploring the fishing boat. It was interesting to look inside the boat, though it looked pretty rough. It must have returned from sea relatively early, as there was still ice in one of the bins. There were 3 or 4 of these fishing boats around. There is also an old US Coast Guard boat with Plum Island plate. Plum Island is a nearby island with an old abandoned Coast Guard building and a lighthouse. You can take a ferry to Plum Island and explore it. The same is true for Rock Island. I believe you can get to both islands from Washington Island. One other thing that Washington Island is known for is the lavender farms. We headed out to take a look at one. It was about 4.7 miles from Jackson Harbor, or about 1.5 hour walk. There is a small shop where you may purchase various lavender products. It's worth it. There are many other interesting things on the island. There is also a Norwegian stove chicken, pardon my pronunciation here. There are a few restaurants, campgrounds, and resorts. Unfortunately, it was time to say goodbye to Washington Island. It's right on the way out.
Behind them.
Well, I know, but that's where it's shuttle.
Not really. Straight line to Daymar, so I will go even more left.
It's supposed to be from this corner.
Oh, come in.
Big wave! Big wave!
We had plenty of wind going back. We made a stop at Manitou to drop some crew off and then immediately continued to Chicago. Halfway back we got hit by a gale, which made for an exciting ride. We had winds reaching 40 knots, and with reefed Yankee, staysail and reefed main we were nicely balanced in cutting through the waves while the wind vane had almost a perfect course. We had some issues with our Yankee furler, so I went forward to check on it, which was a balancing act with all the wave action. Everything was fine though.
How is everything looking, Mr. Corpus?
Looking good. Looking good.
Is it scary up there?
The repairs were done a little bit.
But you're not afraid, were you?
Oh, never. I gotta get up. Ship my pants.
All right. Holding our course so well.
Since we're the first in the bucket contest, how did it go? Very good. We're very proud of you. This will be forever noted in the logbook. What's the name of the bucket? Jesus. All right. Thank you, Jesus.
I hope you've enjoyed the film, and maybe someday you'll make a trip to Washington Island as well. If you like this film, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you for watching, and fair winds and following seas.